Hey, welcome back to Sarge Streams. I'm Sarge, and I'm bringing podcast to the front lines. Hey, welcome back, guys. This is episode 2. Pretty informal here. We're going to do a little bit of podcast. Got a little music running in the background here a little bit. We're just going to talk about life, talk about the channel, talk about the direction, maybe some influences and things that I did in the past and how we kind of got here and where we're going. So, tune in. I hope you guys buckle up, hoping to make this around 30 minutes worth of podcast, because I don't want to take up your whole day or anything like that. But, I know sometimes you guys want to, get a little bit of insight, and I like to talk, so it works out. With that being said, let's start with the influences. 90s music, ultimately 90s R&B specifically, was what I kind of latched on for some reason. I don't know, I had a lot of friends that just listened to 90s R&B, 90s rap, a little bit of rock. I have my best friend at the time used to be heavy country, things of that nature. But like, I think I latched mainly on to the 90s R&B, like Joe to pretty much anybody that you can think of. Obviously Eminem was out then, and just different time, stuff of that nature. And I thought to myself, well, to get back to where I was at in the beginning, is like I was spending too much time sitting here ultimately, and so that's why I made my change from a gaming channel to what you see now. And it's ever evolving. I'm trying to constantly make it better. Like we've got Sarge's musical moments right now. I've got a premiere today, which by the time you guys see this, it'll already be over. But I'm trying to evolve that. I'm trying to make them look more realistic and fit the theme. Add enough animation into the stuff, and then make the music fit what I'm trying to do. And hopefully, you can take the idea. For me is this obviously allows me to be creative. That's what I'm trying to do, and it just gives me an outlet to do so. But the idea behind it is for you to take, however long the video is. I don't think I ever gonna get them over much more than like 20 minutes probably. I don't think, I say that now, but we'll see, right? But like, the reality to it is I'd like to be about 20 minutes or less. And I do these probably once a week, and just to have like a little playlist eventually that you can go down. And I ultimately want to move them into separate playlists of their own, depending on the type of music they are. But like, just little playlists you can put on in the background. You can study, you can work, you can clean, you can walk to outside or run, or be out in the park and kind of, again, because it's not music with words. It's not it's not anything like that. It's just take time for yourself, your mind, your life, or your body, or whatever it is that you need to do. Like, that is the idea behind it. And sometimes, like I said, it's just background music, and that's kind of what I want to do. And I wanted to make it new and interesting with the images and the editing that I do in order to make it have motion or whatever. Again, and I'm not an editor, I'm not some professional. A lot of this stuff, like I said in the previous edition of or podcast episode 1, was I'm making this stuff myself. Like, I don't have any of these people. I taught myself pretty much all this stuff, and some of it's pretty good, and other times it's meh, and I get that. But like, that's life, right? You live, you learn, and you figure out how to do something better, and you keep at it. And that's how you ultimately get really good at something, is to continue. So they're going to continue. They're probably one of my more favorite things to do on the channel outside of the music reactions. This is something else I want to make sort of like more regularly. I don't know that it will be every week, but maybe every 2 weeks or so. Maybe it will be every week. It just depends on how things pick up and how people enjoy what I'm doing here. Again, it's all homegrown, homemade. I don't know what else to tell you on that. It just really is. And it's like, and so I'm constantly trying to do things to improve it. That's why the look changes. That's why, like, like my the way things are now, you know, as far as like the logo and stuff, like I said before, pretty much kind of dialed into what we're doing here. But like, as far as the rest of it, I'm always trying to improve it. I have a cat out there that is meowing at a door that is closed for a child that is not here. So in case you hear Spider-Man, you'll know why. You could walk in here, Spider-Man, and you could hang out with me, but you know, hey. Anyway, I don't know, you know, so I got into the music and you know, because I know that it's more inclusive than gaming is ultimately. It's because, you know, everybody loves music for the most part, whereas not everybody loves you know, gaming sometimes. I was just trying to see if I could see him. I don't know where he's at. He's still meowing. I have a couple cats, guys. And they when they want attention, they want it right now. Pretty much I'm staff here. Let's just be real. This all this that you see that I'm doing, it's all to eventually, you know, furnish them a better life. No, but like, you know, the idea you know, was to come to music and to, like I said, to expand my knowledge on what I'm doing there, learn, and you know, let out my creativeness, or you know, and try to evolve it basically, and then you know, find all these awesome artists. I mean, how lucky are we that we get all these independent artists that we have right now? I mean, and they're some of the most fantastic out there. I mean, we're living in an era with music that I think isn't so much the record labels as much as you think, like, or at least that's what it seems like to me. Like, before, when I was growing up, it was everybody was signed to a deal somewhere, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, you know, and like the radios and everybody pumped them, and you know, this, that, the other, and whatever, and you know, only those people did you hear. Now I feel like there's some really truly talented individuals out there, and we just happen to be in this part of life, basically, in time, that we get to hear them, and they're not shackled by whether the labels want to pick them up, whether the radio stations want to pick them up. This social media that we have out there, while a lot of times it's a cesspool, because it is. I mean, X or Twitter, look at that. Oh my God. All that is, I mean, not that look, there's great people out there, don't get me wrong, just like the music industry, etc. But like, the way I feel with it is the majority of the people on there, all they want to do is bitch. All they want to do is complain. All they want to do is woe is me, or perpetuate bullying, or being horrible fucking people. Honestly, I mean, that's what it really is, and it's, you know, it's terrible, man. It sucks. Like, you have to weed through everything anymore to find the good in things, and it, like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it used to be that way, you know, and it is now, and it's like. Not that X is a bad place, or social media in general, because it's a great way to keep up with people, find new fans, you know, reach out, and you know, you just got to start. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, just because of how I am. Like, when it comes to the, hang on, I'm turning this down just a little bit. When it comes down to the negative people on the channel or on social media or somewhere else, especially when you don't know me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I really don't, because it's not my circus, not my monkeys. Like, if you come on my channel and all you have is you know, you say something hateful about whatever, and all I've done is gas them up and say nice things, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that kind of thing. But like, so I just, you know, I feel like a lot of us, and I don't know, do you guys block them? What do you guys do? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you, what I mean, that, like, you know, I go into X, or like, let's say you're trying to hone your social media experience, is where I'm going with this. Not so much the channel. You know, yeah, I get a few trolls here and there, but for the most part, it's wonderful people that have way more knowledge about the artist than I ever could have imagined most of the time. And so when I clean up my social media, I just get rid of accounts that's all they do. You know, I just don't want to see it. I don't even want to see it in my feed. You know, I want to, like, oh, first of all, I try to stay the hell off of it, honestly. But when I do see my feed, I want it to be more positive things. Like I see, like I go into threads and things like that. There's people that do beautiful artwork, people sharing pets, people building people up. Like that's what I want to see, because there's enough of this negativity everywhere you go. Like I said, people on the channel that say crazy stupid shit that I don't care about. And then, you know, like I'm a gamer and things like that, and I play competitively, like Call of Duty and things like that. So what do you think those people like? I just mute my mic and play with my buddies, man. Like I mute the, like I'll play with them and talk and everything, but like when it comes to the lobbies, nah, I just shut all that shit off, man. I don't have time for it. Look, I'm almost 47 years old here, man, and it's like, you know, I don't have time for your garbage, especially if you're don't have any life experience, you know, and you're just this, you know. But you know, I like I said, you know, I use the social media, I guess, you know, because you want to promote yourself. I mean, like, how else am I going to be discovered by people outside of consistently posting on YouTube, honestly? And, you know, and that's only going to find people on YouTube. But if I have to draw them in, you know, I got to use social media in a different way, ultimately, is what I mean. And, you know, just talking from a human perspective, just outside of the channel, that's where when I'm looking at the accounts and the people that I'm passing by, you know, it's usually negative people. This is what I see in the feeds: political crap all over the world, but specifically my neck of the woods, you know, where they're just, you know, I'm better, no, I'm better, I'm better, I'm better, you know, and they're just you know, fighting back and forth. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. Yeah, okay, all right. And then girls, you know, in some kind of seductive pose, talking about I got a new, you know, pocket on my shirt when they're showing their ass. Which, whatever, not hating, just, I mean, this is the feeds that we see. Every once in a while I'll see people with pet videos or pets or whatever, which is great. And then I see some people that do like drawings or artwork or things like that. I mean, that's kind of what's scrolling through the feed, just in a general sense, like, because I don't follow a lot of these people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's why it's like, I got to get off this crap, man. It's just, it's, you know, I started, like, I remember having MySpace, and, you know, you had music in the background. You could set your, you know, you could set your page up to everything that you want it to be, you know, how you want it to look, at whatever, sort of like YouTube to a degree. And now I kind of use it, obviously, just to promote my channel. The people that are important to me, if I need to send them anything, I know how to get a hold of them, and I can do that. And, you know, from time to time I do post pictures, you know, on my personal Facebook and things like that, or social media, of cool stuff I want to share with you guys, because, you know, you guys need to see some of that too. Like, I want that human connection with you guys and say, hey, he's real. You know, he doesn't live, eat, sleep, breathe fucking YouTube, but like, he does, you know, try to give us a lot of insight. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's the idea. You know, it's like, I love YouTube. I do. I enjoy, because it gives me something to do. It gives me a mission. Gives me in my mission, get up every day and have something to do. That's number one. But number two is just like, bring whatever it is that I'm trying to bring to you, something positive, something uplifting, something fun, something that can maybe distract you for 10 minutes today. You know, that's basically it. You know, no matter what it is that I'm creating, you know, some of these things like this are longer, or, you know, if we get like a bigger music reaction or a longer one, like when we were doing like Harry Mack when he was on Omegle and things, you know, generally those are like 20-30 minutes sometimes. You know, it just kind of is what it is. And like, I hope you enjoy it, is the whole idea. You know, again, all this crap that I'm doing, you know, most of it goes for free. I do get paid by YouTube, as you well know, like we've talked about, and that's not, again, the focus. I don't care about that. But like, I do it for free because, like, I just want everybody to, you know, to enjoy things. You know what I'm saying? I guess what I mean by that is, like, I don't care about the monetization, although, like, I'm not going to complain if I get more, right? I mean, like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not going to complain about it, but at the same time, I'm very thankful for it. But more importantly, I'm hoping you guys enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can see the progression. You can see the smaller channel that I am, that hopefully grows much bigger. And with that being much bigger, eventually, maybe one day I'll have an editor, or I'll learn how to edit myself and make these look even more pro. And just continue to build on the little bit of success that we're having so far, you know. And it's like, that's the goal, man. Entertain you guys, you know. And you know, and at the same time, gives me a creative outreach to you in a way, a method, or whatever you want to call it, where I can stay busy, keep my mind occupied in positive things and stuff like that, you know. You know, the music reactions, you know, like, I love them. I absolutely love them. Most of the artists I never would have heard of before. And I know I'm kind of backtracking a little bit on some of the things that I've said. Not necessarily backtracking, but like, I'm reiterating the points that I made before. But like, I love them, man. Like, there's some of these people, Dimash, Aurora, Diana, people like Pentatonics and Voice Play and Jeff Castellucci and on and on and on. You know, obviously hip hop's, you know, out there, and it's just, there's so many artists I would have never found personally. And then at the same time, I get to delve into people that I like, but I didn't know as much about, like Chris Stapleton. I'm not a huge country fan. I'm not saying I hate it, because I don't. It's just, I think it has to have certain kind of songs or certain kind of ways. Like, I don't want to listen, like, if you know me in real life, you know that most of the time I don't want to listen to depressing things, because my mind's pretty powerful, and I don't like to feed it anything that's it's going to go run away with, basically. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'd rather listen to positive or happy or whatever, you know. Now the music reactions, you know, that spans everything. I don't limit on that, but I'm talking about like in my personal life and things like that. Like, I want to listen to things that are more pumped up, more happy, more positive, whatever. You know, just helps keep me balanced better, I guess, is what I'd say. But again, I get to dig into all these artists, and then here's the best part for me. Like I said before, is, you know, when I do a video of whoever it is, most of you guys, there's usually 2 to 5 people that are like super fans. Maybe there's more. It depends on the video, obviously. And they tell me so much. Like, I can't remember all that crap. I barely remember most of the band members' names, man, and I'm so sorry about that. I'm just bad with names. But like, it's really fun, because I get your experiences, your thoughts, your knowledge, and I get to interact a little bit with you, and I get to learn something at the same time. And, you know, it just helps me down the road make the next video that I do of them even better, because again, I gained some knowledge out of it, and it's all because of you guys. I mean, I'm super thankful for that. You know, I don't know. Like I said, it just helps me make this all so much better, and I'm appreciative to you guys. As far as the growth, again, you know, the growth has been phenomenal, honestly. Music has been much kinder to me than gaming, and that's not because, like, gaming is like, I can't get a niche. I was doing well there, you know, considering. It's just I feel like I said, the passion, there's more passion. You know, if you look at, like, take Tim the Tatman, Dr. Disrespect, Courage, JD, some of those guys out there, and I realize they're kind of competitive gamers. They usually play stuff like Call of Duty and things like that, but like, sometimes I feel like that goes into a drought, like gaming, you know, and the competitive stuff, and or anything out there, like, just gaming, just kind of, there's lulls in it, where I don't feel like you get that with music. There's always somebody releasing something, and I know that can be said to a degree on gaming as well, but like, music, I feel like there's always somebody releasing, or there's a catalog that you haven't done, or there's a song somewhere that you haven't heard, or, you know, like, there's just, music's infinite, man. And, you know, gaming's coming that way, I think, but like, I feel like when you play the game sometimes, and there's people that play them over and over and over, I get that, but like a lot of people when they play the a game, it's a one and done, and then they're done with it. They're like, yeah, I remember that. That's cool, whatever. Unless it's like a cult classic or a fan favorite of some kind, or it has some kind of multiplayer or something that is, repetitive that you can keep playing and constantly build on or whatever. That's why gamers like Dr. Disrespect and Tim and all them, they play stuff like Call of Duty because while it's the same game, it's new and interesting every time because the situations can be different, where certain games it's like, nope, this is the same thing over and over. Where music, on the other hand, like people come back and listen over and over and over and over and over, and then they look for, there's a whole niche, which is my favorite part. There's a whole niche or however you say that, of people that they look for reactors and and seeing if they felt like they felt and how how the reactor is and what the reactor points out and things like that, and that's fun for me, man. That's fun. I do that myself, to be fair, but like it's to music I've already heard clearly, but it's like, because I don't want to, again, I not that you guys think this, but again, I just want to reiterate, I don't try to cheat on any of this stuff because it's just it doesn't make it worth it, then it's not fun. Not like that doesn't make any damn sense. I don't know. Like I said, this is just episode 2. We're talking about life out there. We're talking about the channel a little bit, some influences out there. My some of my other music influences from my mother and my father. My mother was big into like Stevie Nicks and all that, and Fleetwood Mac, obviously. My dad was into big band. He was born a little earlier than me, so obviously I get a little influence from that, and I can tolerate that sometime. But that's his thing. And but Mom is probably where I got the majority of my music taste, because she likes a little bit of everything. Loves country, Etta Mae. I mean, she's all over the place, really. I mean, likes a little bit of everything, which is good because that feeds into it. Where do I want the channel to go to? Well, I want to grow substantially in subscribers, because I want more of an audience. It's not like everybody's like, oh, you want subscribers so you can make money. Well, I mean, the only money I'm really getting is the click-through rate here. It's not from, like, not to be funny, but it's not like super chats or super thanks or donations, or I'm getting the kind of spin at this point, because I'm smaller, that I get money any other way. Basically, the only way I really get it is people viewing it and it being cycled into YouTube ultimately. I mean, that's really what it is. It's just being honest. But I love it. Don't mistake any of that, because again, the focus is not that. It's more to educate you on like how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like 11, almost 12,000 subscribers now. Great. Love that. Absolutely love it. Hope that at some point I really start taking off, and that may be into next year. I do have a second channel out there. Sarge's, adventures, whatever, travel adventures is what it really is, but Sarge's travel adventures, and I want to make that sort of an extension of the musical moments, but it's going to be drone footage, down the road, and so the idea is to get enough of you following there that maybe you'll leak in over to the other channel a little bit when you're in the mood for that, and not so much of this. But like, I want to offer, I guess I want to be a little bit diverse. I want to offer the musical moments, I want to offer the podcast, I want to offer the music reactions, and I want to do the drone footage on the second channel, and or at this moment it's glorified slideshows, and I still have to do day 3 for when we're in Arizona. But we've got a lot coming up, me and Jodes. Like, for those that don't know, we just got married recently, back on October 1st. And then we went and took, you know, vacation honeymoon, and then we've got a lot of things planned coming up in our near future that it's going to affect the channel to a degree, but like, you know, temporary outages, you know, let's just say that. But like, it's going to enrich a lot of things when it's all said and done. It's like I said, but you know, just growing, you know, growing, getting better, being more consistent, improving the quality of what I'm doing for you guys. That's really the goal of the channel. The idea with the channel, you know, is a place that you can come no matter what walk on life you come from. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't be an asshole, you know, just don't come in and be an ass. It's not a hard concept. And it doesn't matter if you're American, you're Russian, you're, I don't know, you're from Great Britain, you're anywhere. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care your religious or sexual orientations or any of that crap. Like, none of that crap matters, man. It's how you treat me and I treat you, you know, like that's the way I want it to be, you know. You know, and I want to surround myself with a bunch of good people ultimately. You know, a family of Grenadians. I know I call you guys Grenadians. And just good people, man. Knowledgeable, fun, humble people that love life. And when they can, they chime in and tell me about their favorite artist or whatever. And like I said, you know, the channel concept is not, it's not a therapy session where we're going to sit down and we're going to talk out every problem or everything that we see on the screen, or get so super deep into it that we make this into, you know, an hour-long video. Yeah, I want to hit a few spots, maybe make you think on a few little things, see that I've obviously pointed out a few things, and you know, bop along with the music and have fun, obviously, and just kind of get you to forget about everything out there. That just, you know, let me be the pleasant distraction for a little bit. You know, that's kind of really all my intentions are, all honestly. And I like doing it, man, and we're gonna keep doing it, you know. And so the music, like, I think you know, again, I've got to lay out here, once I get further along, like I was talking about next year, you know, this is going to change again. The plan is to have a wall behind me that's set up like a real streaming, you know, like the people that show their whole background, which I did, but I just have a blank wall, man. You know, there's not much back there. But I want it to look cooler. You know, I want to eventually set that up. It'll look nice. Eventually down the road, like I said, the editor and all that stuff, but it doesn't even matter that. It's like, I just want to give you a fun experience no matter what you're doing for that distraction. And, you know, I just try to stay away from super negative talk, super negative topics, you know, ultimately. That's why I don't entertain some of the things, like, you know, I guess with the channel, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, my channel's a music channel. It's not your political channel to come over here and shit all over a bunch of people that we both don't know. You know, left, right, your country versus my country, all that crap. Like, I don't care about any of that. That's decisive talk. That's division. That's shit that only humans created. Only in a world like this can we live in different sides of the world and still think we're better than each other and that the other one hates each other, even though we've never met. Makes no fucking sense to me, right? Makes no sense to me. Like, I don't care where you're from. Like, yes, I understand, like, certain countries have been at odds and different things for years or whatever. What the fuck does that got to do with a music channel? What, because I'm American and your favorite artist is something else, and now you know, you were taught to hate me the entire time, and maybe I was taught the same? Like, that's stupid. That's stupid. I'm not saying that's how it was, but I mean, like, that's the feeling that you get, you know, and like, that's dumb. That's dumb. There's a lot of great people all over the world, whether they're in America or somewhere else in the world, and there's plenty of them. Like, and also, I'd like to point out just a small little piece about the channel, just for those that don't know, and this is not that anybody ever thought this, but I don't think I'm better than anybody in this planet. I don't operate that way. I love my country. I love, you got to love yourself to a degree, and I love what I've got going on my channel and my family and the things I'm building in real life. That's it, man. I don't have time for hate. Like it just, I really don't. Like if I have to hate you, then you're not a part of my life. Like you don't need to be, that's, you're giving too much energy, and this is me just talking again when not necessarily channel related, but like just so you understand how I think inside. Like um there's, like I said, there's like every person in this world, we all have a lot of commonalities. We may do things differently for the same result, but like it's just commonalities ultimately. Like, you know, it just is what it is, man. Um, but I love everybody out there, man. Like, and until you give me a reason not to, I guess that's the thing. And like the way I look at a lot of this stuff is I just want to keep growing. And so if I started doing that, I'm going to start alienating people. Like I'm not catering to I'm not trying to people please everybody either, by the way. You're either going to come in, you're going to love what you see, or you're not, I'm not going to change that for you. But like, I also just don't come out here starting to instantly, well, if you're from, I don't know, Korea, I don't like you, like that's dumb. That's ignorant. Um, People all across the world will surprise you, man, too. Especially what I find pretty much everywhere else but America. People are so, like, the education, man. Like a lot of the artists that we cover, like Diana and Dimash per se, where they speak all these languages and play all these instruments and do all these, like Easy Mill. He's another guy, just example, just another artist out there. Is it blows you away, man, because you're like, wow, all that talent in one person, man. So it'd be super stupid for you to sit there and like be that ignorant ultimately. I don't know what else to say on that, but like just is what it is. And that's the approach to the channel. That's the approach I have in life. And I just trying to navigate it the best I can out there, and I hope you guys love it ultimately. We're at 32 minutes, and I told you we're going to be around the 30-minute mark. I'll probably let it play for another couple minutes here, and then we'll jump off for this. But like, look, I've enjoyed this. Again, it's just a chance for me to talk. Eventually, ultimately, it's not going to be so much about like, there'll be a little section of like channel news per se, but the rest of this, I want to have interactions with you guys, or I want to like do a Q&A type session or something along those lines, where this is a little bit more interactive. But I want to get the base down of this, and you can kind of see what kind of person I really am outside of the music reactions, and like where the channel's going, for those that are interested on that front, and then the kind of person I am, like I said before, just so that way we can have better attachment out there. And like, so drop on in, say hi. If you got questions, obviously throw those out in the comments, down below for everything. And ultimately, like I said, I'm hoping you guys will show up when I do this live eventually, and we can kind of do it on a more regular basis then, you guys can file in, we can talk, we can have a good time, and kind of go from there. Musical moments, again, I'm gonna get more realistic with a lot of those, and keep trying to improve the animation and things going on there. Music reactions, I'm just trying to get more informed. And then eventually, like I said, next year, the goal is to have drone footage for my second channel, the Sarge's Travel Adventures. Again, I've been Sarge, just talking today. No real major topics per se, just trying to give you a feel of who I am and what this is all about, and what I want to do with it, basically. And I hope you guys love it. If you love it, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Know that I've got X, I've got Instagram, I've got Threads out there for you on the social media. I've got the community page on YouTube. I've got a store on YouTube from Fourth Wall that has 7 items in it. I'm not trying to go crazy there, like I don't, if I see something cool, I'll add it. Or if you guys request something, you know, hey, I would really like this, I might be able to do some merch like that for you, you know. But like for the most part, it's got a couple shirts, a couple glasses, a coffee mug, a couple hooded sweatshirts. You know, there may be another thing here or there from time to time, but like, you know, unless you guys are requesting, that's probably enough in covering, you know, the merch. With that being said, go check it out because it is the holiday season. I will tell you the t-shirt, last time I looked on YouTube, it was, let's see if well, I can look later, but like it was I think the shirt's $22, but I think it's marked as $28.20 or something like that. But like I marked those down to the lowest that I can possibly make them. That fourth wall will let me make it. I still get, I'm going to be honest with you, I still get about $3. $3 from whatever sale it is. But like, that's the idea, man. I don't want this. Like, it's like my memberships out there, you know, they start at 99 cents. I'd love for you to become a member. It really would help me grow my channel. You know, it just helps me either buy new equipment or, you know, programs or whatever I need out there. But like, again, the idea wasn't to get rich. Like, mine's not like a $4.99 deal. I may eventually change my memberships up, you know, because I realize it's not a big poppin' area for those out there, the members only area. It's not like, I've been in such a transition from gaming to members. I haven't fleshed it out probably the proper way that I really want to yet. I just haven't given it enough time. But ultimately, I would like it to be like 99 cents, $2.99, maybe $4.99, and that'd be pretty much it, you know. And that, because, you know, it just is what it is. I don't think that, you know, I don't think the monetization side of that like should be, you know, bigger than that. Like, I want people to have the option. Like, you're going to get to see me as often as I post for free all the time. But when you do pay, I want it to be something that you feel like, even at 99 cents, hey, this was worth it, let alone $4.99. You know what I'm saying? So they'll never be higher than that. I don't know exactly the ratings, but the 99 cents is not going away for a month. And I'd love for you to join, ultimately. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. This has been another Sarge's Tales from the Trenches. I hope you guys have loved it. I hope it's been informative. And, you know, I'm going to do more of these, and I hope you'll come back and see them. With that being said, I've been Sarge. Eat well. Be safe. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.